Hello and welcome along to the sixth and penultimate episode of this FM20 Beta save, a top hat with me, Daniel. I'm trying to save my beloved Luton Town on a shoestring budget in the Championship after back-to-back promotions got us to this level and back to where the club belongs. We start on the profile of Gonzalo Villar, the 21-year-old that we signed for £500,000 at the start of the year, the only player we've actually spent money on this season, and what a fantastic player he's become. Whichever manager takes over will have 5 or 6 million they can sell him for. Alternatively, he could play at Premier League level, probably one of the only ones in the squad we could say that for. He's got 3 assists and a goal, but he's equally played that holding role so well, helped us be more solid defensively at times, and he has had to play a bit deeper than he normally likes, but he's developed in that position too. And we're obviously starting on a player screen, so we don't give you any spoilers, and just to say a massive thank you to everyone who's followed the series so far. If you've missed any of the action, then do click on the eye above to catch up from the start, and you'll also find the playlist for our One Club story, where we try to take Dorking Wanderers from the lowest playable league all the way to the top of English and European football. It's a long old road and it's going to be a tough one, but I'm really loving that series so far. And then the final episode of this series will of course be on Saturday, and then from Monday we'll be starting our new schedule on the channel. We'll be starting our head coach story, the FM20 edition. Of course we've done it a couple of times in previous editions of the game before, and we'll be back for the Football Manager 2020 version. That one will start next Monday, and then our 2 long-term stories will just rotate each day, so the head coach one day and then Dorking Wanderers the other. But if you have enjoyed this series and watching me struggle against relegation, please do put a thumbs up on the video, and if you're new to the channel then subscribe for daily FM20 content. We've got plenty of exciting videos round the corner, but we've still got to worry about surviving at this level, so let's go back to the home screen to see how we're getting on. And we're down in 19th on 37 points, but that gap's just starting to close to the bottom 3, now 6 points as Forest and QPR are picking up results. Charlton a little bit deeper down there, they're on 26-7 from safety. Swansea on 29 with their new manager, but the other 2 are starting to look a threat. So we're 6 points clear with James Collins top scoring on 13. Harry Cornick's still playing really well. He's done quite well this season considering he's not quite at the level, and a few of the loanees have contributed well too, though things are starting to go a little bit wrong. So if we have a look at the schedule just to see what's happened, we talked about transfers previously. We said in the last week of the January window we'd like to bring someone in, and unfortunately the man we tried to, we couldn't. We agreed a deal of just under £1 million, but unfortunately he wouldn't accept the wages, and then to add insult to injury he came back to haunt us about a month later, and we'll look at that while we're going through the recent results. So you were with me last time for our FA Cup tie as we played against Premier League Bournemouth, and unfortunately we followed with the same result at West Brom. 2 games we've played against them this year and they've absolutely wiped the floor in both of them. Then a crucial point at home to Cardiff, a really good solid defensive display. You can see that Basham and Sluga were the heroes, both of them putting on a stern wall at the back. Then an absolutely vital 1-0 win at home to Sheffield Wednesday, the only game we've won since the last episode, and again it was James Collins with the winner, a front post diving header. Fantastic play by the target man, who's one of the few players underrated in this game. He's of course been called up for Ireland and played a number of international games this season, and in this game he's not even good enough to get close. Then we lost 2-1 to Middlesbrough on the road. We were leading just after half time. O'Dowd with the strike, but unfortunately Marvin Johnson came back at us, caused havoc on that opening day of the season, and scored 2 goals to turn this one round. Then after that came the 1-1 draw away to Charlton, the side at the bottom of the league, and there's the man who came back to haunt us, Lyle Taylor, just after the break. James Collins getting our goal. We could have been partnered in that game by Taylor. We tried to sign him for just under £1 million, but he would not accept 8 or 9 grand a week, which is strange considering he's only on 4.5. He's out of contract at the end of the year. I'm sure there'll be some bigger clubs coming in for him. You can see the likes of Malaga and Metz, Middlesbrough and West Brom in there as well, and you can see that we've shown major interest in him, and unfortunately we weren't able to get the deal done. As a result, he managed to get the equaliser, and unfortunately we only took a point from the game. Then at home to Brentford, who are remarkably running away with the Championship. After 20 games this season, they'd won 19 and drawn 1. They were miles clear of the rest. They've been pegged back a bit now, but they got a comfortable win against us, and that despite a first half red card, they easily got a 2-0 victory. But then thankfully this weekend we did get a point against Wigan. Collins again with the equaliser before the break, and you can see the back 5 were absolutely brilliant and ensured that we put up a strong defensive display. And now today we're back slightly earlier than planned for our rearranged game against Stoke. Unfortunately the Snake got sacked really early on in the season. They're doing okay now in mid-table, and the game was rearranged due to a waterlogged pitch. They've got a good side and plenty of room to rotate, and that's a bit of a problem for us. The weather conditions mean it's only been 3 days since the Wigan game. The rescheduled Tuesday night is not ideal for us, as we don't really have the squad to cope. And that includes a big injury to Martin Craney. He picked up a hip injury in January. He's now got 2 months left out injured, but he's never going to make it at this level again. At 33, he just couldn't afford it, and unfortunately, even if we had been staying, we would have released him once his contract was up. So a disappointing spell for us both on and off the pitch. We really would have liked to have got Lyle Taylor. Probably would have given us 2 more points in the League Two and left things a little bit more comfortable for us. But as it stands, we're still 6 points clear, and I would have snapped your hand off for that at the start of the season. So I'm certainly not going to complain at this stage, but we need to get a point against Stoke today. We've drawn so many matches this season, 13, which is why we're a bit higher up than some of these teams. QPR, Forest and Millwall all won the same number of games as us, but we haven't lost as many. We've been grinding out draws, and that could be the difference come the end of the season. We've got 10 games left in the league. We'll be showing this one on camera today, and then on the final day we've got Blackburn at home. I'm really hoping the job will be done by then and we'll be able to come back beforehand. I've got a sneaky suspicion that QPR game in late April could be a really crucial one. They're currently the side at the top of the bottom 3, and it could be giving us our closest run. So let's go and get into this game against Stoke, see if we can get a point in a rearranged match. We'd love to get 3 as Lee Johnson's in charge. He obviously left Bristol City to join them. So if we look at the 11 we've gone for, we've got the squad from Saturday's game in at the moment, just seeing if all of them are fit. I think everyone's available, so we shouldn't need to make any changes, and I think we can go for the same 18 again. Don't forget, in the next episode we'll also have our youth intake, though we have got one good prospect to talk about today. He was at the club already but has developed really quickly, and as a result he's made it on the bench instead of Masonda. We've got to have that one player homegrown at the club, and at the moment it seems right to have a striker. So we've got Sluga in goal as the sweeper keeper, Bree and Galloway the fullbacks, Worrell and Bradley in at centre half, Basham out with injury at the moment. Lundstrom and Villa the central midfield too, Cornick and O'Dowd are on the wings, and then Izzy Brown back in behind James Collins up front. He's back to poor form in the number 10 role. So let's go and get into the game and see if we can get a result. If we can win this one, I think we'd pretty much be safe. Stoke have matched us up with a 4-2-3-1. Look at some of the names in that side. Jack Butland in goal, Sam Folkes up front, Tom Ince on the wing. They've got so many good players, and you can see why they should be up there. And you can also see why the Snake was sacked early on, with them languishing near the bottom of the table. So let's go and get into the team talk, encourage the lads to do their best, and hopefully we can just nick a point from somewhere. We've fought so hard in most of these games. It's very rare we've lost games heavily this year, probably only happened 4 or 5 times, and we've managed to sneak a few cheeky wins as well, though I don't think that's going to be easy today. It's Stoke with the ball from the kickoff, got an extra man to play it around in midfield, Butland going out to Carter Vickers, but the highlight ends almost immediately. No threat to our goal in the first 5 minutes. We're back 12 minutes in as Woods gets the ball in central midfield for Stoke, plays it wide to Smith, the right back, and he's overlapping again, and he's made it to the second ball, and he's got a chance to get it in the box. Back to Badu though. He finds Woods and now Powell. Space on the edge is a brilliant effort, and what a left-handed save from Simon Sluga. Tips it behind for a Stoke corner. It's going to be delivered by Tom Ince, an in-swinger into the box. Bradley gets up and heads away well, and Villar will make it first to clear further. Have we got anyone up there on the counter? We don't find out as the highlight ends. Lundstrom with a free kick, nearly 20 minutes gone, just into the side netting. It was an ambitious effort and never looked like going in, but good to see us have at least a shot on goal. It's Villar with a corner, a little spell of pressure for us. Bradley gets there first, header goes just wide of the far post. Great glancing effort, he tried to guide it, but unfortunately it beat the woodwork as well as the keeper. Bath goes long downfield to Atabo. He switches it to Tom Ince on the left. We're trying to close him down there, Bree doesn't get there. Smith overlapping on the right, into Folkes who scores. It's just so easy, Worrell didn't get there, and the away side leader Kenilworth Road. A nail in the coffin, and we're going to be in a relegation battle. I was really hoping we could seal it a little bit earlier. It's Woods who gets it out to the right again. We're at risk of being blown away here if we're not careful, but in the middle to Folkes, holding it up yet again, and it's wide to Smith on the right hand side. He delivers into the box. Worrell heads behind, he can't direct it, and Stoke have got yet another corner. Tom Ince to take it, not much run up there. Woods with the header onto the post. A brilliant clearance off the line there. Galloway just about got to it. They said did it cross the line, but the whistle didn't go, so obviously it didn't cross the line entirely. Don't forget we have got goal line technology in the Championship, so it would have been given if it had crossed the line. 2 minutes to half time. Danny Bath with a free kick for Stoke. Out to Smith, the right back. Badu brings it over halfway, not much pressure again, and I think we're going to get beaten yet again today. It's been a really poor performance by our standards. It's Ince on the left hand side. Back inside to Woods with no pressure. Great switch of play out to Smith. He's had every chance in the first half. He's dominated the game. Back to Badu who shoots, and Sluga's forced into another save. Tips that one over for a corner. We're really struggling on this right. Stoke getting forward with regularity, and Smith overlapping causing all sorts of trouble, and we're just not able to defend it. But hang on a minute, we've got 1 minute stoppage time, and Cornick's charging forward on the counter. Goes in behind to Collins, but he's headed away. Villar gets it down to the left wing. The highlight ends though, and it is half time. We're losing 1-0 without a shot on target. We're going to tell the lads we're disappointed. Gary Brabbin agrees. I expect to see more in the second half, and a couple of the lads are switched off from that, but most of the boys are fired up. It's Worrell at centre half as we keep it from the kick-off. Bradley going all the way back to Sluga, and I don't quite see how that benefits us. We had loads of time to bring it out from defence. Again, now we're just playing a 1-2 at the back, not looking like getting forward at all, and we'll try and go more positive if we don't attack soon. We really need to get some shots on target. Collins loses out in the middle. Villar then with a misplaced pass. In shoots from distance, is wide for a goal kick, but it's an awful start to the half, and it shows just how sloppy we've been today. It's Butland with a free kick on the edge of the box for Stoke. Out to Carter Vickers and now Ward. Just look how much time they've got to play out. They're just toying with us at the back there with Woods. Here's Powell in the centre circle. Out to the right to Smith again. So much time out there. And he cuts it into a Tabo under no pressure at all. Back to Badu 25 yards out. A Tabo, Smith and Badu again. Good shot held by Sluga. But they're toying with us down that right flank. And we just can't find a way to deal with them. It's a Tabo again to Badu. Looking for that man on the right again. It's back to Vokes who holds it up, and now Smith gets the ball back to Badu. Powell holds it up on the edge. Out to Ward on the left hand side. He goes out for a throw in, and we just have to find a way to get into this game, so I'm going to go for a more positive mentality. We haven't had a sniff and Stoke are dominating. We need to find a way to get shots on goal. We're back with Ward on the left who tries to cross into the box. Worrell heads away as far as Lundstrom, and now Cornick's got a chance to counter down our right. Ward's not back in position. Can he get it into the box? There's two in there. Holds it up for so long, and Villar wins the header, but it's going nowhere. Now Stoke have got loads of bodies back. O'Dowda's challenge and it's cleared towards Galloway, and he's even been beaten to the ball. Oh, it's awful defending. Why was he so slow running there? His feet were in treacle, and now Woods gets it wide to Ince on the left, and it looks like it's not going to be our night. Smith on the right hand side again. I'm getting sick of saying his name, to be honest. Badu holds it up 25 yards out, and there's that man on the right again. Badu shoots, it's over the bar. Someone tell me, what do I do? We're getting dominated on the right hand side, and apparently O'Dowda's been our best player. We're back with Villar in the centre circle. Lovely switch of play to Cornick, but we're not creating a chance until he gets to the byline here. Get the ball in a box, will ya? He goes back to Brie and now Lundstrom. He's going to shoot, but it's blocked. To O'Dowda who shoots, is a good save Butland, but a free kick's given for offside. A quarter of the game to go and we don't look like scoring, so let's go and take a gamble and make the change. Izzy Brown again, one of the weakest players on the pitch, so I'm going to bring on the young striker up front. This is the man we were talking about, Corey Wilson. 1.5 star ability, now 4.5 potential. I think it was 3.5 when we joined in the summer, but he's got all the attributes to be a decent poacher, and we're just going to stick him up there with James Collins. We'll see what he can do. He might be a good player, and he might be able to nick us a goal to make him a hero. Other than that, there's not a great deal I can do. Worrell's had a poor game, he was at fault for the goal, so Matty Pearson's going to come on for him. And then Harry Cornick's had a poor game on the right, so Lualua's going to come on. He's got a chance to be an inside forward. So many times he's come off the bench to save us this year, and we wouldn't mind one more today's game. We're going to have to switch O'Dowda to an inverted winger as he's a left footer on the right, and we'll get back into it with our two up front, hoping we can just fly balls into the box. At least can we get a shot on target in this game, or is Stoke just going to run riot? It's Klukas in the middle to a Tabo. The substitute in midfield shows how much strength they've got. Klukas probably better than any of our midfielders, as Verlinden puts a shot wide. Stoke just bought on Dutch international Bruno Martins Indy, again showing how strong they are. It's Smith on the right, he continues to dominate this match. He's been involved in everything good that Stoke have done as Kluka switches it to Martins Indy. Into the box in the left, completely unopposed. His shot straight at Sluga though, and with 8 to go it remains 1-0. We're going to go very attacking, see if we can go a bit more direct as well. We might as well just try and get it forward. Is there anything else we can do to make things quicker? We've got a higher line of engagement, we'll push our defence up with them as well. And let's just try and get as far forward as possible. See if we can create a bit of havoc. It's Martins Indy with a throw on the left though. Still Stoke attacking despite that. Atebo shoots, it's blocked by Bradley. And he's bringing it out now on the counter. We got 2 on 3, 4 on 3 now. Although his pass is absolutely woeful. Carter Vickers able to get it clear. And in shoots, forcing a save from Sluga. What's Bradley's passing stat? 9, and even then he should be able to play a 10-yard pass. He's a good player in real life, but in Football Manager he's rated very lowly. It's a right-hand side throw-in for Bree, in towards Wilson, the young striker. His first appearance for the club and he's chasing this one, but it's gone all the way through to Jack Butland in goal. The England international in goal for Stoke again shows the difference in quality. He probably earns more in a week than all of our squad put together as he gets the ball out to Verlinden on the right. A switch of play clear by Bree. Wilson's in one-on-one. Oh, he's forced a great save from Butland. The flag's gone up for offside. We weren't to know. What a save. It could have been a great moment, but unfortunately it is a 1-0 defeat. A disappointing performance and no shots on target, and we're going to have to lay into the lads for that as we're getting drawn ever closer to that relegation zone. Still 6 points clear, but that's our game in hand gone, and we've got a really tough run of games coming up now. There's the confirmation then, just 6 points in it. We're playing Swansea away from home in 2 games time, Preston at home at the weekend, and then that crucial game against QPR next month, almost certainly going to be our last episode. Let's see what the media said about the game. Stoke deserved their win. We can't argue with that, we didn't have a shot on target, although Wilson did make his professional debut. That's a really nice moment for us as we make it 5 without a victory in the league, and we really hope we get someone special in our youth intake who can maybe guide us to safety in the last month. So let's go and have a look at the schedule to see where we're going to finish off this series. In the meantime, if you did enjoy seeing us struggle against Stoke, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Of course, it's not all success. We expected to be near the bottom this season, and we're going to have to scrap for our lives in the last month or so, and the final episode could be a decisive one. We've got third bottom QPR in a third from final game of the season. That could be a pivotal moment in this race. And Swansea away the game after next. That's going to be a really important one for me. Then on the final day we've got Blackburn, and I hope it doesn't go that far. But we will be back for the final crucial game, which you'll see on Saturday in the last episode. Let me know in the comments if you think there's anything we can do. Quite frankly, I think we've done the best we can. Unfortunately, I think it's just a lack of quality in areas. We've done as well as we can this season. We've got a lot of results that we probably shouldn't have, and our form's just running out at the wrong time. The lads are probably knackered as well. They've been chasing the ball most of the season, but I hope we can just nick 2 or 3 more results, which should be enough to keep us in this league. It'd be a wonderful achievement and one of my best in Football Manager on such a low budget at this level. And if you're new to the channel and enjoying my FM20 content, then please subscribe for daily videos. We'll have the conclusion of this one on Saturday, followed by our 2 long-term stories. We've already got the Dorking Wanderers one going, 5 episodes a week from that this week. And then from next week we'll be rotating every day with the FM20 edition of The Head Coach, our Director of Football Challenge come Journeyman style story, and Dorking Wanderers, our One Club series. I'm really enjoying that one so far. But a massive thanks for watching this one and your continued support with the series. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time for a pivotal final episode as we try to survive in the Championship.